Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today again I am giving you some more important questions for paper 3rd biology for ICSE students. Name the following. The blood vessel that supplies oxygenated blood to the liver, it is the hepatic artery. I hope you are able to get it. Next, an organism which helps in nitrogen fixation, rhizobium. I think it's not in your syllabus. The finger-like projections on the inner side of mitochondria. It is also not in your syllabus. The process by which leukocytes squeeze out through the walls of capillaries. It is diapdesis. The cells of the retina that are sensitive to colors. It is the cone. Complete the following statement by choosing the correct alternative out of those given in the brackets. During the process of expiration in man, the diaphragm remains convex towards thoracic cavity. I hope this is also not in your syllabus. Respiration is in class 9, not in 10. The wall of the heart is made up of cardiac muscle. Sudorific glands produce sweat. Fertilization of the human egg normally occurs in fallopian tube. Loss of water as droplets through the leaves of an intact plant is termed guttation. State whether the following statements are true or false. If false, rewrite the long statement in its correct form by changing the first or the last word only. First, hypermetropia is a defect of the eye caused due to the eyeball being elongated. False. It is not hypermetropia, it is myopia. It is called due to eye long being elongated. The energy currency of the cell is the DNA. False. It is the ATP. Zygote, the product of fusion of male and female gametes. It is true. Low humidity in the atmosphere results in the decrease in the rate of transpiration. False. It is high humidity in the atmosphere results in decrease in the rate of transpiration. Next, given below the diagrammatic sketches of the cross section of two kinds of blood vessels. As you are able to see, this is narrow, it is artery, broad, it is vein. It is outer tunica, may be termed as interna or endothelium. Middle one is tunica media and the third one is tunica externa. It is the outer. This is tunica externa, this is tunica media and this is tunica interna or endothelium. Same way here also, this is endothelium. It is thin walled endothelium. Second, tunica media, this one, the rounded line, and dotted, it is tunica externa and it is the vein. So they identify the blood vessel A and B that you already told you. A is the artery, B is the vein. Name the parts labeled 1 to 5, you have already done. Mention any two very characteristic A and B that are obvious in the sketches. You can see A has narrow lumen, artery has narrow lumen, B has the broad lumen. Here cell walls are thick, here cell walls are thin. Is there any other category of blood vessel? Blood vessels found besides A and B? If so, what is its name? It is the capillary. Which category of blood vessels have walls in their lining? That is the veins. Veins, they have the walls in the lining. Give one point of difference between the following on the basis of what is indicated in within the brackets. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. End products of glucose. End products in aerobic respiration, they are carbon dioxide and water. In case of anaerobic respiration, it is alcohol, ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide and 2 ATP molecules. Red blood corpuscles, white blood function. RBC, it helps in transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. White blood cell, they help in the immunity to fight against the various infections. Cerebrum and arrangement of neuron. Cerebrum, cytons are placed outside, axons are inside. In spinal cord, cytons are inside and axons are outside. Communalism, present, it is not there, xylem is not in your syllabus. Define any three of the following, giving one example is, what is lacrimal gland? Tear glands are known as the lacrimal gland. In what two ways in the yellow spot different from the blind spot? See, yellow spot, the sharpest image is found. Blind spot, no image is found. And the ability to change focus on the lens to form a sharp image on the retina, it is the yellow spot. And it has large numbers of rods and cones. Here rods and cones are totally absent. Name an old age eye defect. What is its cause? Old age eye defect is persobiopic, that is the persobiopic, that is due to the weakness of eye muscle. What is meant by power of accommodation of eye? The power of accommodation of eye means ability to change the focus of the lens. Ability to change focus of the lens to form a sharp image on the retina, that is called power of accommodation of eye. What is power of accommodation of eye? The ability to change focus on the lens, the ability to change focus on the lens to form a sharp image on retina. What is mentioned the characteristic of the image that falls on the retina of the eye? Characteristic, it is inverted and real image. In each of the following cases, pick out the term which includes other three. Glucose oxidation, it includes all. Second, ultrafiltration, it includes all. Third, aerobic, it includes all. It is not in your syllabus. Diffusion, it includes all. This is not in your syllabus. Now, pollutant, define pollutant, antiseptic, two or there in there. See, what are pollutants? Anything which causes air which is not suitable for the life, which the any pollutant, any substance that causes the air which is not suitable for the life, those substances which causes pollution, they are known as pollutants. Differentiate between the following: stomata and lenticles. Stomata and the stomata, pairs of the term stomata and lenticle, they are not the stomata, they are present on the surface of leaf. Lenticles, they are present on the margins of the leaf. Plasma and serum, the stomata present on the surface of the leaves. Lenticles, they are present on the margins of the leaf. Plasma is a fluid part. Plasma is a fluid part of the blood excluding corpuscles and platelets that constitutes the plasma. Serum is the fluid left behind after clotting of blood. Plasma excluding fibrin that constitutes serum. Plasmolysis, when a plant cell is kept in hypertonic solution, the protoplasm of the cell shrinks and leaves the cell wall, leaving vacant space and is called plasmolysis. Deplasmolysis, when a plasmolyte cell is kept in the hypotonic solution, the cell regains its normal turgid condition and is termed as deplasmolysis. The figure given shows one of the causes of the AC. This is the diagram given in your question paper. The figure, it comes later on in your board examination question paper only. The all questions which are discussed, they are all your previous board examination question. What is meant by air pollution? Any addition of any substance to air which adversely affects or alters the natural quality of light, means affect the quality of light, that is the air pollution. Now here your second question is, the exhaust from chimneys of factories contains sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide as a pollutant. They are all gases, they are pollutants, as you know already. Mention one harmful effect of each of the vapor either to man or to the environment. For this you see sulfur dioxide, they have the harmful effects. It destroys cells of the bronchiole and damages the lungs. Sulfur dioxide causes irritation of eyes. Sulfur dioxide, high concentration of sulfur dioxide damages the leaves. Sulfur dioxide combines with water to form sulfuric acid and results in acid rain. Carbon dioxide, it combines with the hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin and prevents transport of कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड स्टेबल कंपाउंड बनाता है हीमोग्लोबिन के साथ, जिससे कि फर्दर ऑक्सीजन का ट्रांसपोर्ट नहीं हो पाता है. हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड, it irritates the eyes and nose and causes nausea, that is internal bleeding. It kills leaves of the plants and reduces the growth of the plant. I hope they are clear. Mention harmful effects of noise pollution. Now for the harmful effects of the noise pollution, here you can see noise pollution that causes impairment of hearing, damage to eardrum, headache and irritability, emotional disturbance. I hope the points in very short I gave you is clear. Impairment of hearing, damage of eardrum, headache and irritability, emotional disturbance. Now write briefly any 5 of the following as directed over there. So here I am giving you. First is simple goiter, causes and effect. Simple goiter, decreased secretion of thyroxine due to decreased availability of iodine in the diet, that is due to hyposecretion. What are the effects? The thyroid gland increases in size, causing swelling of the neck. Next is your noise pollution. Noise pollution, as you know already, the causes impairment of the ears. Noise pollution sources, as you know, that is through the vehicles, factories, the noise coming out of them, they are the causes, sources of the noise pollution. Automobiles and industries, they are the main causes of the noise pollution, the sources, and how they are affect, that is your infected noise pollution affects, these are not there, they are the affects impairment of hearing, damage of eardrum, headache and irritability. Cretinism, symptoms and causes. Cretinism simple goiter symptoms: short stature, means short, growth does not occur. Mental retardation, proper development of mental development does not occurs. Causes: due to hyposecretion of thyroxine, means thyroxine is not secreted in proper amount. लेस चूंकि थायरोक्सिन की कमी होती है, उससे प्रॉपर ग्रोथ नहीं हो पाती है और मेंटल डेवलपमेंट भी नहीं हो पाता है. और डायबिटीज इंसिपिडस, diabetes insipidus, it causes decreased secretion of antidiuretic hormone, that is ADH. Increased secretion of decreased secretion of antidiuretic hormone, that is ATH. Symptoms: excessive secretion of water in the urine. अगर यूरिन में वाटर ज्यादा सिक्रीट हो रहा है, इसका मतलब एंटीडायरेटिक हार्मोन जो है प्रॉपरली सिक्रीट नहीं होता है. ऐसे ही है आपका प्लेजेंटा फंक्शन. Placenta, it meets all the requirement of the developing fetus. It supplies oxygen, nutrients, and removes urea and carbon dioxide. Location of cochlea, location and importance. Location, it is located in the internal ear, as you know already. Function, it helps in hearing, right? Hearing. Now here the diagram shown in the apparatus used to study the particular phenomena in the plants. This diagram, name the apparatus, Ganong spotometer. What it is used for? It is used to measure the rate of transpiration. What is the role played by the air bubble in this section? Air bubble, as the water is transpired, what is evaporated, the air bubble increases. It increases the rate of transpiration, that how much time, how much distance is traveled, by which we measure the rate of transpiration. Of what use is the reservoir? Reservoir का क्या use होता है? By adding water, जब रिजर्वायर में हम पानी डालते हैं तो बाय एडिंग वाटर द एयर बबल कैन बी शिफ्टेड एंड एक्सपेरिमेंट वी कैन रीस्टार्ट इट बैक टू रिपीट द एक्सपेरिमेंट. व्हाट हैपेंस टू द मूवमेंट ऑफ द एयर बबल इफ एपरेटस इज केप्ट इन द डार्क? अगर डार्क में होगा तो स्टोमेटा बंद हो जाएंगे, मिनिमम ट्रांसपायरेशन होगा. इन सनलाइट हाई ट्रांसपायरेशन होगा क्योंकि स्टोमेटा ओपन होंगे. इन फ्रंट ऑफ ए फैन, इसमें भी ट्रांसपायरेशन रेट ज्यादा, इट बिकम्स वेरी हाई. क्यों? क्योंकि जैसे ही सर्विस से वाटर पेपर होगा, एयर इज ब्लोइंग एंड एयर ब्लोइंग over the leaf that immediately removes the water away, right? Give the overall chemical reaction that represents anaerobic respiration in plant. Anaerobic respiration देखिए ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide और ATP molecules बनेंगे. Mention in 3 points in which the respiration is exactly above. The respiration, oxygen is consumed. Photosynthesis, oxygen is produced. Respiration, carbon dioxide is given out. Photosynthesis, oxygen is given out. Respiration takes place throughout the day and the night. Photosynthesis takes place only during the day. इनमें एग्जैक्टली द अपोजिट है. इसमें ये हमेशा ही होता है. इसमें कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कंज्यूम होती है, इसमें कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड निकलती है. फोटोसिंथेसिस कंज्यूम करता है, रेस्पिरेशन निकालता है. इसमें ऑक्सीजन कंज्यूम होती है, इसमें एटीपी मॉलिक्यूल्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, इसमें एटीपी मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑक्सीडाइज होते हैं. Now the apparatus given. Here the process is osmosis. The process occurs, it is in the roots. Which solution is placed inside the dialysis tubing? ये concentrated sugar solution of the glucose. Concentrated solution placed. What happens to the level of the solution in the capillary tube? जब इसमें solution water absorb करेगा, the level of the water rises. Process maintained questions, it is osmosis, that is the evaporation of the water from the higher concentration to lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane. What is meant by reflex actions which are not controlled by brain, they are controlled by the spinal cord, they are known as reflex action. Mention any 2 examples of the reflex action. that you're sneezing hai, coughing hai. Motor vehicles driver immediately takes the brake. They are all reflex action. Mention 2 for this, not in yourself. Given below the diagram, the features, name the parts 1 to 7. See, one is this is dorsal aorta, this is pulmonary artery, this is pulmonary vein, they are the coronary. This is left ventricle, this is ventral aorta, post caval vein, yes, inferior vena cava, ये post caval vein बोलते हैं, pre caval vein, that is the superior, ये superior vena cava है, pre caval vein बोलते हैं. What happens to the coronary artery? Gets an internal clot. अगर coronary artery clot होगा तो blood supply नहीं हो पाएगी, because coronary artery supplies blood to the walls of the heart. If in that and the part which it is, then that part will not function at all. What type of blood does 5 carry? This 5 carry the deoxygenated, it is posterior superior vena cava, venous vein, deoxygenated blood from the posterior part of the body. Mention one structural difference between 5 and 4. 5, it is vein, it is the aorta that we have already discussed. Main structure, it is the lumen is narrow, lumen is broad. Cell wall means the wall is thick, wall is thin. Now here, this you are not able to, this is not. Now write the brief statement explaining 5. Counting pulse is counting the heartbeat. Now we see when we count the heartbeat, counting pulse is the counting of the heartbeat. जैसे ही जैसे हम पल्स काउंट करते हैं, देखिए, द मूवमेंट ऑफ ब्लड विच प्रेशर द मूवमेंट ऑफ ब्लड विच प्रेशर causes jerky movement or pulse. It occurs when the heart pumps with the pressure. So counting in this statement, counting pulse is counting of the heartbeat. तो जैसे ही जैसे पल्स काउंट होती है, तो जैसे ही प्रेशर इंक्रीज होता है, हार्ट ब्लड पंप करता है, उसके साथ ही होता है. ड्यूरिंग डे ट्रांसपायरेशन फोटोसिंथेसिस आर इंटरलिंक्ड, क्योंकि फोटोसिंथेसिस carbon dioxide, oxygen is given out, and transpiration they absorb more water, photosynthesis, it requires water, so they are interlinked with each other. Strips of potato placed in 50% sugar solution appear soft and shriveled. क्यों? 50% sugar solution, water concentration कम है, potato tube में concentration है, so what happens? X osmosis occurs in the potato, in the strip of the potato. So due to the X osmosis, potato appears soft and shriveled. It is advisable to breathe through the nose, not through the mouth, because when we breathe through the nose, then the air is filtered through the hair of the nose. So any dust or smoke particles or any bacteria, they remain entangled over there. They do not enter in our lungs. Why resources cannot kept peace with the rising population? See, in the main problem, the two examples, food. जैसे ही population बढ़ती है तो उसकी food requirement बढ़ती है, तो sources तो limited है. जैसे timber यानी लकड़ी, as you know, in our daily life we use a lot of the timber, लकड़ी का use होता है. So both are the example that face rising population. तो उसकी demand बढ़ती है, लेकिन natural sources तो इतनी जल्दी नहीं बढ़ पाए. Most often only one embryo is found at the time, although there are 2 ovaries in the woman. देखिए, though 2 ovaries are there in the woman, but one embryo is formed, and the 2 ovaries at the time, whatever the formation of, they are all absorbed by the developing embryo. Due to the hormones secreted by ovaries, they are alternately produced, one above the other. जब एग का फॉर्मेशन एक महीने एक ओवरी से एग बनता है, दूसरे महीने दूसरे से बनता है, दोनों से हर महीने नहीं बनता, ये ऑल्टरनेट बनते हैं. और ये ऑल्टरनेट बनते हैं इसलिए ये हार्मोन्स के इन्फ्लुएंस की वजह से, ड्यू टू द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द हार्मोन्स इट happens. I hope everything is clear. Any doubt anywhere, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you. Again, we will meet in the next video.